Sloppy Joe's. If you want some.
Oh, is there? Yeah, I guess I'll probably eat some. Yeah, all right.
I'm gonna heat it up now, unless you want me to wait. I'll just heat up mine.
I mean, what do you like? There's like a bowl. What is there, like a bowl of like how much is even there? Like there shouldn't even be that
There's
much
enough for
there.
2 people there.
All right, just heat. You can just heat it up now. It's fine.
All right.
I don't know. My temperature is still messed up. I guess. Yeah. I don't know.
How you doing?
Thank you.
Tate, I can't believe that you would talk to Candace Owens. Oh, yeah? Shut the up. This is what we do. We talk to people. We hear the truth.
That's a regular thing for us. The only thing, the reason I'm getting upset at Adam is I'm asking specifically, stop dropping F-bombs. I've asked him so many times. I don't like it. Because when I do other things, guest says it, guest says it. Kids are watching us. People want to put their kids in front of this. I'm not a fan of that. I've told you this hundreds of times privately. Now you're forcing me to say it to you publicly. That's fair.
All right, so the PBD podcast drama continues. This time we have Adam having a complete meltdown after spending all night partying in Vegas. The whole crew seemed fed up with him during this episode because apparently he showed up still drunk from the night before and he smelled like shit, and then he started bossing all the employees around at the podcast studio they're using. He had them running around getting them all kinds of stuff, which PBD seemed pretty annoyed about. Like, he mentioned it right when the podcast started, and then halfway through he's talking about how nice and respectful the staff is, and he says Adam put them to work, and then you can hear Vinny say yep, like he also thinks Adam's being a diva. And then right after that, I think PBD quickly says, I'm so upset at Adam. I mean, it seemed like he was trying his best to hold back from lecturing Adam or saying something bad about him on the air, but he accidentally let it slip. And then eventually he does go off on him for swearing.
A lot is going on. You need to know, Vinny just got here. We're in Vegas. He went to, was it Dre's? Where we at Dre's? Yes. Dragging Adam out of the club. Adam still hasn't slept. He's hammered. He smells like tequila.
Disgusting.
And vodka and a few other smells. We don't want to get into it.
But I got coffee. I'm okay.
But he got his coffee. Got everybody here working for him. Getting coffee, tea, napkins, back rub.
Total diva.
The biggest diva that you got. To the back. All the people have been so nice to us. Okay, Adam's putting entire crew to work. I'm so upset at Adam. They're so respectful to us. They're so nice to us. There's about 11 employees I met.
And of course, Adam's a total diva. I mean, this guy is just the worst. So also during this, they spend a lot of time talking about negative comments and handling criticism because they've been getting a lot of it recently because of their coverage of the Epstein files and the conflict in the Middle East. Also, they're talking about the backlash that Nelk got from their Netanyahu podcast. So PBD tries to give them some advice on how to handle criticism, but I think he has like a stroke or something while he's talking about it.
If you all of a sudden get arrested by the comment section, welcome to miserable life. Because the mob then realizes, ooh, we got a hold of them. We scared them. We control you. Nope, you can't do that. We're going to send our audience and go in the comment section to bash PBD podcasts and comments, because what Pat said about Muslims and all this, go in the comment section. You won't move us. Go and knock boys and scare the crap out of them. Don't let them move you. Your voice is important. You've done good work. And you're going to get better. It's just going to get better.
So then when Adam gives his thoughts on negative comments and the Nell controversy, he begins by saying he doesn't really care about what other people think or have to say about him. But then he just starts having a meltdown over what other people are saying about him. It's hilarious. I mean, Vinny probably loves it. You know, finally Adam's the one flipping out and Vinny can laugh at him. So when Adam's having this meltdown, he says the F word a couple times. And apparently PBD has already privately told him multiple times he needs to stop saying that because kids watch the show. I don't know what kid is watching PBD, but I guess Patrick seriously thinks parents are having their kids watch his show. You know, I guess PBD is the new PBS. Like, at one point, Patrick is talking about how coding is the new career path people should be choosing. And he's like, listen up, parents and kids. Kids, if you're watching this, 8 to 17 years old, pay attention to this story.
Parents, this is for you. Listen up. Share it with your kids. Kids, if you're listening, I want you to pay attention to this story. If you're 10 to 17 years old, even 8 to 17 years old, pay attention to the story. Go and knock boys.
And I think Patrick got the idea that he could get a younger audience because he said they're out to eat the night before and he saw some kids watching shows on iPads while their parents were getting hammered. And he probably thought, you know, if these kids are watching shows at dinner, they might as well be watching the PBD podcast. At least that's some educational content. You know, you can learn about the Epstein files and P. Diddy.
We're at dinner last night having sushi. A table right next to us. What did you see, Vinny? 3, 4 iPads, kids.
One kid had a freaking, like, he had an antenna, headphones, everybody's, and the parents are just getting drunk.
Quickly checked out. The kid might as well have been on Mars.
And this is the one story that Adam really wanted to talk about. Don't know why. Sex toy infiltrates second WNBA game.
Nice.
Fevers.
Yeah, so this show is just the best. Like, you think this is a parody. You know, PBD's all worried about swearing on his show because kids are watching, but also he starts talking about sex toys. And I think also PBD believes kids would find this podcast interesting because he said his kid was out to dinner with them last night and was fascinated by the conversation they're having. So he really seems to believe he can get a younger audience watching the show. But Adam's holding him back because he just can't stop saying the F word. I mean, it's so funny PBD gets all upset about that, but then when Adam's defending P. Diddy and saying he didn't really do anything wrong, he doesn't have much to say about it. So at first you could tell Adam's trying his best to avoid saying the F word, but then he says shut the fuck up to the haters, and he looks at PBD and does like a double take because he probably got a look from him. So then after that he says shut the F up, but then he keeps getting more fired up about it, and eventually he's like, are you fucking kidding me? And PBD has to cut him off.
Most people are obsessed with other people's opinions. Most people are imprisoned by other people's thoughts and feelings. Most people are trying to keep up with the Joneses. Free yourself from the prison of what other people think. I've learned this the hard way. The hardest thing to do is not give a flip about what other people have to say. Let's put these things in order. Number one, keyboard warriors. Adam, you suck. Don't. At this point,
But some of them
water
are
off my
right
back.
about
Doesn't
I'm
matter.
just
It doesn't matter to me. Number two, see how many friends I have? Friends that go, I can't believe you voted for Trump. I can't believe you would sit down with Nick Fuentes. I can't believe that you would associate with Andrew Tate. I can't believe that you would talk to Candace Owens. Oh yeah? Shut the fuck up. This is what we do. We talk to people. We hear the truth. The last thing that's liberating is your closest friends and family. There's friends and family in my life. Why do you do this? Why do you travel? Why do you have to go this? Why do you do this? You could also shut the F up. Because this is what we do. Thank God, I'm going to give you a shout out, that we have a leader with a backbone who says, don't apologize. We had a situation recently where they want you to apologize. No, you don't have to. This is what we do. When you have conviction and you stand for something, you don't have to go anywhere. As far as what the Nelk boys did, I think they're great. I think Kyle's a nice dude. They should have done better. To read a comment and say, wow, we interviewed Bibi Netanyahu, the modern day Hitler. Oh, okay, that's fair. Really, bro? Is that actuality the reality? Bibi Netanyahu is the modern day Hitler? Modern day Hitler? Are you freaking kidding me? And to the whole camp that goes, well, you can't criticize Israel. What's the one country you can't criticize? Are you fucking kidding me?
Adam,
all
like,
I
at
hear,
this point, bro.
Sorry.
This
all
is the
I
first
hear.
time, man. It's like,
sorry.
We had dinner last night.
This upsets me because all I hear.
I understand.
No. Because all I hear is that you can't criticize Israel, and all I hear are F you,
I don't care.
Jew,
No.
kill yourself.
These are two separate things.
I'm sorry. I'm fired up. But when half the world hates you, deal with it and get tough. Because the whole notion that Israel can't be criticized, the whole notion that Bibi Netanyahu can't be criticized, that's all they do.
And then Vinny starts going off about Israel, and PBD starts getting more uncomfortable because, you know, he's a rich businessman in South Florida. I'm sure he knows a lot of Jews. So he has to cut Vinny off and be like, dude, Netanyahu is not like Hitler. What are we talking about here? But Vinny wasn't even saying that. So this podcast was a mess. And PBD starts talking about the dinner they had last night. And he goes off on Adam about how he just told him he needs to stop dropping the F-bombs because kids are watching.
Jews and they're gonna want to kill Jews. Let's just shoot them. That's the problem. It's not that if you can't criticize without being labeled and sticking up for the children and the innocent people, bro, that's the disconnect. It's not all Jews.
Vinny, just so you know,
Yeah.
you're right, and he's right.
Yes.
But it's not Hitler.
Oh, no, I'm not
What
agreeing
are
to
we
that.
talking
no,
about?
I'm not agreeing to that.
What are we? No, I want to make sure you qualify that.
Oh, yeah, well,
We're not talking about Hitler.
Absolutely not.
We are talking about
Just criticizing.
somebody
Oh, yes.
who is a true believer in his cause. His name is Bibi, and it's not your cause.
Yes.
And you can disagree with them.
Yes.
But to all of a sudden have that category as here, oh, that's what's going on.
That's a horrible.
Yeah, and by the way, over here, last night, my son, we go to, I don't want to say where we had dinner. The last time we had dinner, how cool was that conversation at dinner?
Fantastic. Amazing.
It was like, and Tico is standing just going like this and watching Tom. And by the way, listening to Tom at these types of dinners, I'm telling you, you get so much smarter just listening to Tom with his experience of faith, and then Adam and Tom talking about, you know, what it is to be a Jew and Christianity, and then you jumping in there and just back and forth, all of us. It was such a great dinner. That's a regular thing for us. The only thing, the reason why I'm getting upset at Adam is I'm asking specifically, stop dropping F-bombs. I've asked him so many times. I don't like it.
I bet.
Because this, when I do other things, guest says it. Kids are watching us. People want to put their kids in front of this. I'm not a fan of that. I've told you this hundreds of times privately. Now you force me to say it publicly.
That's right. That's right.
Don't do that to me after I just had a conversation with you.
Absolutely right.
All right.
And I'll say one thing.
Yeah.
I apologize.
I know
I tried to say flip a few times.
But guess what?
And I apologize.
You gotta control, because the targeting's not gonna change.
True that.
Yeah, I'm at a place right now where my position is very simple. Yesterday, you know what's one of the conversations we had about Christians, Jews, and Muslims? How long does it take to become a Muslim?
So tensions are high at the PBD podcast. You know, things are getting interesting. It seems like they're all on the verge of losing it on each other. But let me know what you guys think. And I just posted a new video to Patreon about the end of the Stern Show. I also have a Downfall of the Stern Show on there, which was one of my most viewed YouTube videos. It was a really good one, but it was taken down by Sirius a couple years ago. And I also just talked about how Bill Maher's jealous of Jeffrey Epstein. And there are 140 other exclusive videos, like also Sam Hyde crashing out on Harlan Williams, and Joe Rogan thinking there's a woke reporter that was trying to infiltrate his comedy club, and he freaked out about it. So if you like the channel and want more content, make sure you check it out. There'll be a link in the description.
And we talk about industry. What do you think about this company? What do you think about that company? What do you think about this company? What do you think about that company? That everybody told me not to meet with you. I said, they told me it's not a good idea. They said to shun away. They said you're the worst. They said you go after people. They say you don't tell the truth. They say you lie. They say you exaggerate. You guys got 11-acre land here on the airport? Yes. You guys lease this? No, we own this here. How do you guys have 164 employees? What do they do? 163 on any given day. We're at 164 now. Now you guys have a cigar lounge. Now you guys got a platinum lounge. Now you guys got another. Now what are you guys doing behind closed doors? We're going now, boys.
9420084.
I'm gonna go real quick.
Um,
I'm gonna buy a lasagna meal, but I don't know if I'm cooking that tonight. I was gonna make a coconut chicken Thai thing, and I was gonna make
busy, I guess. I don't know. They've always had... What?
I said we'll find out if they stay closed or maybe there'll be something else.
Right. So crazy. You can't stop doing fucked up things.
We'll check our top stories and Monday traffic. That's up next.
I think some of these people came from the CBS radio, and it sounded like some of the people moved over to this radio station.
Moved over to this what?
I think some of the people who no longer work at CBS radio because it doesn't exist anymore. I think they work at 1010 Winds.
It's possible, Ma. It's very likely. There aren't many other places where anybody else could go work. Yeah. So
does he go to some other?
There isn't much radio stations left. Like, yes, they are. It's a last remaining vestige of the very professional, like, radio stations. Like, radio might not be used even because it's like a weird thing. It's like a very high energy form of broadcasting information. Like using the internet is a lot cheaper, like energy-wise. Like, they use these expensive towers that have a lot of electricity running them. Like, I mean, do you not know that?
I did not know that, but I believe it's true.
I mean, they have big radio towers running the radio station.
I believe it.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know that anyone's done the exact comparison of broadcasting, the cost of broadcasting a word on the internet versus on the radio. But you weren't listening to what I was saying, too. So what?
I was wondering what you heard the other day about Stern. I didn't hear anything.
The other day, it was earlier today.
Today?
Earlier today, I heard
I didn't hear
something.
anything. He's not on the radio.
I didn't get the official. I heard people commenting that they heard something. Multiple people commenting that something about the show being over or something.
At the end, his contract's over here.
Yeah, well, they're saying maybe that there's some news out about whether he's going to renew it or not. I don't know. That's so. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Maybe I'll have to find out.
I think it has something to do with Donald Trump.
You would have hoped that he would stay on the air and broadcast about and talk about Donald Trump.
You know what? That's one reason why I'm not really listening to him. Kind of disgusting. The fact that he doesn't really talk about it.
He doesn't talk about that, and he supports Israel too much.
Too much.
I don't know how much he supports Israel nowadays.
I think, if he's like...
I thought maybe he cut back on how much.
I think if he's anybody like anybody else, initially you can understand, but not anymore. Not when
I don't know. Maybe he still supports them. I don't know.
I don't think so.
People were saying he supports Israel. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. I kind of don't listen to you. The fact that he doesn't talk about political stuff really anymore, I just don't even listen to him. I think he's afraid of being shut down.
Yeah. Of course, sure.
I mean, he was friends with Donald years ago. Donald talked about this a lot of time, multiple times. I remember listening to him. He called a lot of times. And he could look at his teenage girls changing their clothes. But it's okay, because he just, is there anything I can do for you girls? How about it? They just seem like constantly it's disgusting. What's happening to you?
I can get away with it because, I run the show.
He said that kind of shit. He said, I can't repeat it.
I remember the exact quote you're talking about, Mom. I know what you're talking about.
Maybe you heard it live. Who knows?
What?
I thought you heard it live.
I don't remember hearing it live.
Yeah, I don't even know what year that was.
Well, on Howard Stern's show, I remember hearing it on it. Yeah, I got what you're saying. Maybe I did. I don't know.
He used to be a frequent visitor on Howard Stern. He was on there, I don't know if he actually came in
When I was driving with
hall.
you, you're saying. When I'm riding with you, listening to
Maybe
it.
I heard
Maybe.
something.
Possible. It's
Maybe.
within the time frame.
I guess, year 2000 is when a lot of trouble. I forget when he claims he stopped being friends with, probably maybe 2005? Maybe he stopped being, about 20 years ago, maybe he stopped being friends with, what's his face? I remember when he was a pageant owner. I remember that.
When was that? I don't remember.
It was a long time
I honestly
ago.
don't remember.
Yeah, because you're a kid. I was listening to that that show 40 years.
I mean,
40
I
years.
barely remember it.
He would be on. And he was friendly. He went to his wedding. Which wedding? The second wedding. He went to Marla Beach. He went to that wedding. And you see Howard Stern in front. It's Donald Trump's wedding. And you see Epstein in back in the picture. And there was a picture of Howard Stern's first wife was in the picture also.
Of course, yeah, the real celebrities are up front, but then like the evil celebrities are in the back.
He was like Howard Stern and two other people. I don't know who they were, but the one person was maybe had his arm around Howard Stern's wife, and maybe Howard Stern was standing next to that guy's wife. It was like mainly 4 people, but then you see Epstein in the back with a smirk on his face. I wonder what year that was. His daughter's about 25 or so. Happened around the year 2000, I guess. Look, they're putting something here. I don't know what. They're gonna build more stuff around here.
I mean, honestly, literally anything could be built anywhere, so it's hard to say.
That Wawa, I think, is a very good location because it's like the last gas station before heading down this road toward the shore. You need gas or you want to get a sandwich or something, you could stop there.
Yeah.
There's a Dunkin' Donuts there. That's kind of handy. You want to pick up some donuts to go.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's nothing else down here at all. Unless you get off this road. Well, this Walmart, you ain't going out. That's like the last thing. It's like Dunkin' Donuts on the other side. I like going this way because I don't like making the turn. Trying to this way.
These Inspector and Associates are fierce in getting you the money you deserve. Call them first. 800-318-8888. That's 800-318-8888. Visit their website, crashinjury.com.
I don't think it was any hotter than the day before.
I can't see any. The humidity's low, so it feels more comfortable.
President Trump wanted transcripts in the Jeffrey Epstein case released, but a judge says that's not going to happen.
It's irrelevant information. It's not.
I mean, what exactly are
The
they saying?
transcripts, I think for the grand jury, I mean, I don't know if it has other people mentioned. I don't think. It's only about Epstein or that lady. It's not about other people who may have participated with this situation. It's not going to give them what they want, what people want. And that's they try not to release things like that because people don't want to be on a grand jury. It's supposed to be a secret thing. I mean, they have the information, but it's not supposed to be made public. And it isn't going to, they need the files. That's what you need. Because that's got people's names in it. But don't erase his name anyway. But his name's in it all the time. I think it's over here. Dad's never been one either. It's expensive, but there's some unique things you can buy in there if you want to go in there. So not today.
Why not today?
Because I just want to go to Costco and get home. The cat's got to eat. I got to go to the garden still. That water is going to dry up. Gotta fix stuff. To the garden, you could go if you like.
Oh, we can go to the garden, but not Whole Foods.
I'll go there another day. I will maybe wait until we have an idea of what we want to buy from there. Or maybe get some like prepared food or something in there. Dad's never been in there either. So.
Right now it's 85 degrees in Central Park. Sunny sky, relative humidity of 41%. Repeating, the current temperature is 85, falling down to 71 tonight in Midtown. Meteorologist Matt Benz on New York Weather Station, 10 winds and 92.3 FM.
Hey, it's Scott Shannon. Check out my True Oldies channel in the car at 92.3 FM HD3. And at home on your smart speaker, just say, Alexa, play Scott Shannon's True Oldies on Odyssey. Powered by River Spring Living.
It's not just the temperature that was rising today. The frustration of Patterson residents is reaching a boiling point amid the water issues created by last week's water main break.
Here at this comfort station set up at John F. Kennedy High School, there are toilets and showers being used by residents of the city, including 76-year-old Valley Clark, who says people are just desperate for water any way they can find it.
But you got people with little milk jugs trying to get whatever water they can get. So yeah, it's bad. You ever think you see something like this and not that bad?
No. Mayor Andre Sayers saying the repairs have been an extremely difficult fix. He says by tonight or tomorrow, we should have mission accomplished.
So if people have realistic expectations, I don't base this on what experts have told me.
Still, another day for most with no water.
Look at Dad has to look at him on their vehicles sometimes.
92.3 FM in Patterson.
In the wake of the deadly Midtown shooting, the NFL is recommending enhanced security measures at key facilities. Police
He's thinking about getting a truck similar to Mr. S's, except he wants it to be he wants it hybrid.
Headquartered in that building,
He didn't want a giant
elevator to the
truck.
wrong floor. He killed 4 people. A memo sent to all teams outlines changes to security protocols,
comfortable
including the
seating for.
presence of armed
Alright, Ma, I'm
officers
just
at
about
team
like to
complete
finish
facilities
something.
whenever players or staff members are present. Julius Irving played here, and now a Roosevelt Long Island Park is ready for its renovation close-up.
Laughter, flames, and flowing down the slide. Children are having a blast here at the new improved Centennial Park. 9-year-old Janae is excited.
It's so amazing that I could be here every single day.
And Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman says Dr. J used to live around the corner, and he used to practice shooting hoops at this park.
We have a safe place for our kids to be able to play, have a good time. It's state-of-the-art playground equipment, a beautiful splash park, new basketball, tennis courts, pickleball courts, basketball field.
Park was closed for 3 years. Sophia Hall tinted wins on 92.3 FM in Roosevelt, Long Island.
A popular national restaurant chain is leaving a bad taste for some of its customers.
Cracker Barrel gave their restaurants a makeover, and customers are absolutely losing their minds on social media. One viral video got over 6 million views just to say, I hate it. The biggest complaint is that it looks like every other chain, or as this guy says, IKEA.
If I would have wanted to eat at Kenwood or an IKEA store lobby, then that's where we go to eat.
Instead of the rustic country charm, the company says it went for brighter and more welcoming, but customers are responding with puke emojis and comments like, what are you thinking?
Corresponding Cooper Lawrence. 85 degrees now. We are going down to 71 degrees tonight. The Crawley family has a date in prime time. That story's next.
Live out over there.
The Salvation Army urgently needs your vehicle, boat, RV, motorcycle, and trucks. These donations fund rehabilitation centers where men and women who've lost everything can find hope. Trusted for over 150 years, the Salvation Army will pick up your vehicle and provide an IRS-approved receipt. Your generosity is doing the most good when donating to the Salvation Army. Call 800-SA-TRUCK or visit satruck.org. Thank you for helping the Salvation Army doing the most good.
Now there's a new way to take charge of your blood sugar. Introducing New Garlic Healthy Blood Sugar Formula from the makers of the nation's best-selling garlic supplement. New Garlic helps maintain healthy blood sugar levels with clinically supported levels of garlic, plus a custom blend of vitamins and minerals, and it's odor-free. Take charge of your blood sugar with New Garlic.